Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on AI, Chat GPT, Midjourney. In this one, we're going to go over the new 5.1 function, as well as a little bit of AI news regarding Chat GPT. I know they're all kind of in a similar circle: artificial intelligence art, artificial intelligence chatbot, and I'm sure it does much more than that, including taking over writing contracts. So, as you can see, there's a lot of people striking, especially writers, because they're losing all their jobs by virtue of Chat GPT just being like an excellent writer. You can basically dictate the style, and you can dictate exactly what you want. So it's not like it's not able to do their job, but in some ways it's able to do jobs even better, because the publishing companies don't have to wait for months and years to get a writing project done when it can be done in a matter of moments, you know what I mean? So I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, and I think there is definitely a space for writers, but in the field of, let's say, curators. So let's say they could generate a lot, or they could submit all of their words or all of their stories to ChatGPT, have it read through a chapter, 2 chapters, 3 chapters, or even the whole book at a time, and then it could proofread stuff, it could cut some stuff out, it could see for a repetition, or it could basically hone in on what you are to make you a better writer. So I don't think it's necessarily going to get rid of all writing jobs. That's ridiculous. But I do think that for people that are on a lower budget, yeah, why pay anyone anything if you're a startup and you just want to get a couple books out there? But I do think writers are good, hardworking people. It takes a lot of focus and a lot of creativity to be able to really hook in people. And I love reading books. I just finished the book Dune as a sci-fi novel, and that thing survived since I think it was like the 80s or earlier it came out, and just an absolute marvel. A good writer can really pull you in and make you just want to spend your entire day reading. And do I ever think it's going to be replaced by ChatGPT? I mean, maybe. Everything I've seen ChatGPT write so far has been it's been kind of tedious. Like, I don't really want to get absorbed in reading it. Granted, a lot of them had just been like articles and stuff like that. I haven't really seen any novels written by ChatGPT, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now let's get on to Midjourney 5.1. So if you type in /settings, you can equip 5.1 right there. And just on the basis of what we were talking about now, we're going to try artificial intelligence writing a book, and we're going to try in a bunch of different styles using regular 5.1. And why it's, as you can see here, it's doing the different styles all the way up from 50 to 1,000. So we can have a real idea of what the 5.1 is putting out. Now, if we go to the Midjourney announcements, we can see for 5.1, higher coherence, more text accuracy, fewer unwanted borders and text artifacts. That's huge, because I was getting a ton of like the stock photo grids and lines and watermarks all over my photos. And then when I typed in -- watermark, or no watermark, it did not help at all. Improved sharpness is always good as well. So you have to type in 15 different keywords for 32K resolution, 8K resolution, ultra clarity, hyper resolution. It's like, nah, forget that. It's supposed to be more opinionated in just the regular 5.1, and so what that's going to do is it's going to use a little bit more of Midjourney's style. So even in like a more vague prompt, like I typed in before, it didn't have any real specifics in there, it'll infer what I'm meaning, which is really helpful. And then there's the raw mode, which is going to be a little bit more similar to 5.0 in the unopinionated. So you really need to guide it in terms of what you want. So for example, in the prompt that I just put out, I'd want to write for like a robot with metallic shiny arms with fingers on a book, and like all the what it looks like and feels like writing a book, versus just kind of the vague prompt and hoping I get what it wants. Now, when it comes to unopinionated, I think it's going to be coming from Midjourney's brain of, oh, these images get liked, these images get upscaled. So it starts to learn, okay, the human brain, people like this kind of image. So if they write something basically vague, we should give them something in this style. So let's go back to our Midjourney prompt here and see what it spit out from our 250s to our 1000s. Okay, so they're all very similar. It's gonna be like basically like a robot sitting at a desk with like books in the back, and it's gonna be writing away. Some of those are clean. This is gonna be like your low style. I believe that's your 250. That one's your 500. This is gonna be your low style right here. But overall, it looks like the clarity, the shadows, the lighting, everything's pretty darn accurate. And then this is gonna be your higher style 750. So again, that's gonna be your more of your your Midjourney getting creative with it. People always ask me what the difference between chaos and style is. And chaos is gonna be things that you just don't even write in the prompt. Like it'll give you things you don't really think you know you want it, but it'll throw it in there anyway. And it's a great way to figure out, oh yeah, that actually looks really cool. I didn't know I wanted that. And then you can use the describe feature to basically describe something that you didn't know you even wanted, and then go from there. It's a cool loop. So what I'm gonna do is /settings, and I'm going to put on raw mode. I'm gonna drop in the same prompt, and we're gonna see what comes up. All right, we're back. So this is using the raw mode. As you can see, it looks almost like a little bit more style. So we have different colors. This one's black and white. This one's very vivid, and these two are just kind of a mix. But they all got books and they're all writing. I made sure to leave it a little vague just to see what Midjourney is gonna do with it. And with this one here, I feel like the colors really vary. Like this one's very colorful. This one's kind of like blue washed. This one is just basically white, blue, and orange. And then this one's grayscale. Interesting. But other than that, I feel like some of these, this is the high style one, don't even have any books at all. This one's just kind of like gazing into the data, and that person's just kind of feeling sorry for herself, looking at a wall. And then this one's holding the book kind of weird. No one really reads like that. This guy's writing away. I respect that. He's working hard. And then this is the style 750 right here. Yeah, so as you can think, I honestly, it's cool. I feel like it's a little bit more variation in the unopinionated raw mode, but for a little bit more consistency and accuracy, I feel like just the regular 5.1 is good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna change it to Midjourney version 5. And so I'll make sure it goes through. Yeah, it did, okay. We're gonna drop the exact same prompt down in version 5 to see how it differs. And here's the question. Version 5 versus version 5.1, is there a big difference? We're about to find out. Is it just hoo-ha? We shall see. So let's let them load. Yeah, I really found the chaos function useful when I was creating these like little waveforms, because when I was first creating them, nice for like a nice little stock photo in the background wallpaper, whatever. I didn't know exactly what to write. And so I started with like a very basic kind of text prompt, and I tried to do -- no numbers, because the ones that were coming up were just full of numbers and like glyphs. And as you know with Midjourney, it's just a bunch of nonsense, just a bunch of like fake letters and all that. And then I'm like, shit, I just can't do it. I did -- no numbers, -- no characters, no text, no words. And then what happened was it gave me a big like number 1 and a big number 10 and a big number 11, just as like a big FU. Like, you want no numbers? How about big numbers? That's all you get. And I'm like, man. And so I tried taking all the no prompts off, and I did chaos. I did the chaos values in the squiggly brackets. And so I was like dash C, like 10 comma, and then like 25, 50, 75, 100. And what happened is some of them came up like this, exactly what I wanted. No numbers, data, waveform. And I'm like, sweet, let's get it. And so what I did was I grabbed the picture, I upscaled it, I copied it, I used /describe, I pasted it in there, and it gave me these beautiful text prompts that I could literally just click on. I could literally just click on, and it came up with. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. So click, upscale, and I could /describe it again. I'm like, oh, here we go. And then I'm just creating basically like an infinite loop of exactly what I'm looking for. Photos with no numbers, these waveform data points. And man, without reading this prompt, I dare you to try to make something like this, because I tried, like, I probably used up like 2 hours, 3 hours of the of the AI's time. Probably burned through like at least a third of my my monthly limit just trying to make these words, numbers, glyphs, characters. I couldn't get it. And then using the chaos function and then the describe function, once I got what I really wanted, and then I'd paste it with the new styles, and I get a little bit of variation with each one, so none of them are exactly the same. I might have only got one here which had like those kind of glyphs and all that, but I'm like, man, it looks beautiful. I want to get that in there anyway, even if it has little glyphs, they're not huge. But yeah, so I'm gonna make a whole video on how to use like the describe function with examples and all the rest of it, including the chaos and the style. But I feel like that was the magnum opus. When you put everything together, everything you've learned, permutation, repeats, describes, different styles, like that's how you get what you really want. Now, some of them did come out blurry, so I feel like Midjourney 5.1 came in just in time, because all of these images here look just stunningly clear. Now that was 5.1 raw. This is gonna be version 5 right here. So if we're going back a version, they're still pretty darn good. You know, he's holding the book the right way, he's holding the pen the right way. Style 250s, this is style 50, so low style. He's writing with his mouth. I don't know what he's doing with the pen. Yeah, it always has trouble with hands and grabbing stuff, but that's just the nature of the beast. He's reading the book sideways there. You're noticing sometimes like this black line in the bottom, and sometimes there's like a black line in the top or the sides. Apparently they got rid of that in 5.1, but that's looking really clean here. That's beautiful. That looks like a nice, perfect stock photo, honestly. This is the AI replacing all the writers right here. Working away. See, this one has the grayscale, the dramatic cool color effect, and kind of the natural lighting. So it mixes it up too in 5. So there you have it. You've seen all 3. I'm gonna put them on the screen one more time now, but you wanna type in the comments what you think of Chat GPT replacing the authors, what you think that's gonna mean for the future, and then what it means the future of jobs, because some people are under the understanding that most of the jobs that we do right now are going to be replaced by AI. So let me know what you think about that. And last but not least, what you think of version 5.1, 5, or 5.1 raw. Which one did you like the best? And what are you going to be using it for? So yeah, I'll look for those replies in the comments below. And other than that, have yourself a great day, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.